Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. At the heart of everything, we have judgment. Then there is the Page of Pentacles, justice, angels, and spirit guides. We have the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Sun, I love that for you. The 6 of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the bonus card of course, the 10 of Cups, my absolute favorite card. Okay. So you might be asking, Dean, what is this time all about? This is Neptune retrograde, okay? And Neptune has been in retrograde since July 4th, and maybe we should have deep dived into this around then, but I didn't know. So here we go. The energy has come forward, and now everything makes so much more sense. So Neptune went retrograde, and when Neptune went retrograde, it went retrograde into Aries. Neptune hasn't been in Aries since the late 1800s. So it has been a long time since Neptune and Aries have danced their dance together. And now Neptune has gone retrograde into Pisces. And this is the end of Neptune's time in Pisces. And so what we're going to see here is that, first of all, Neptune rules Pisces. So it feels very comfortable in Pisces energy. But what we're going to see is that we start to look at dreams. We start to look at what our soul wants and imagines, because Neptune is the planet of imagination. It's a planet of spirituality. It's a planet of oneness and divine inspiration. And so what we're going to see here is we're going to see our dreams. We're going to also see the illusions of things, kind of the sense of this retrograde. It dissolves the illusions that have kept us from our divine truth. And we start to see, because we have been seeing, like, what do I need for my dreams to come into reality? And we can see that with an anger, like, why is it taking this so long to understand? Why? Because Neptune hasn't been in Aries, you know? And now we're going to start to see our dreams really coming forward. And that's beautifully illustrated here with judgment, with the awakening, with the coming out of slumber, and a part of us that has been slumbering for just way too long. Awakening, deeper understanding, insight, guidance forward. We're hearing a call. And as we're hearing this call, we're setting ourselves free. We're saying, yes, I can do this. And what we're going to see during this time is that there's a sense of letting go of dreams that no longer fit, of things that were said to us that we thought were true, right? But they were illusions set around us, cages that we were told, oh, there's a cage here. Don't you dare break out of it, right? Don't you dare go against it. And we didn't even realize that it wasn't real. It was a construct from somebody else's reality that was placed upon us. This is your path. This is what you can do. Oh, you're not that clever. Oh, you're not that great. Oh, don't think too highly of yourself. You know, don't go after your dreams. Now we're breaking that hold, and we're going after our dreams. Now, the challenge here, to be mindful of, the challenge is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is the challenge is being that student, but also letting yourself explore, letting yourself wonder, letting yourself ask questions, and not beating yourself up that I should already know the answers. Spirit's like, how? How? You're just learning the questions now. You're just starting to see that it was illusion of a cage, not a cage that was around you. And as you see this, you're also becoming a student of, how do I embrace my prosperity, my success, my bounty, my abundance? You're walking a path less traveled. And that's important, but that can also be very frustrating, Taurus, because we like the path that, we We like things that have been proven. Maybe not the path that everybody walks, because that can be a little bit like overwhelming and claustrophobic, but we like to move forward in knowledge and knowing, in insight and in understanding. And it feels like, okay, if somebody else has tested this, then they know what they're talking about. But this is a time when our soul says to us, and spirit says to us, don't you trust me? Don't you want to see what happens? And as long as we move forward in love and in kindness, as long as we walk gently on this earth, we are setting ourselves free. And that brings us to the root, which is justice. We're finding balance. Now, this is also Libra energy. Time frame of Libra is October 23rd. I'm sorry, not October, September 23rd to October 22nd. It is the very date that, Neptune goes into Pisces and stays there for a bit. What we're going to see is that justice is coming in. Balance is coming forward. Insight is guiding us. I believe it stays in Pisces for only till like the 10th of November. It's a very short period that we are retracing these steps in a dance, that we're starting to see like, oh, I thought I that was illusion. That was somebody else's dream. That wasn't what I wanted. And then we step back into retrograde, into Aries, until everything starts to move forward again. And so we have justice, we have balance, we have insight that is coming. And there's a sense of, what do I want to harmonize myself? What am I looking for here? Our root is in fairness. And it's being just and fair to ourselves instead of being simply, just and fair to everybody else. It brings us then to the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is it's what we're leaving behind. And it is that sense of, okay, that was accomplished, right? I don't need to keep on going back to it. Or that was taken the wrong way, right? And I'm letting it go. We can beat ourselves up over the little things. And we already know that about ourselves, Taurus. We're a lot more sensitive than people make Taurians out to be. Bull in a china shop is used countless times to describe a Taurus. And yet you're ruled by Venus. The heart comes in there so profoundly and so importantly. You're leaving what you once loved. And by leaving what you once loved, you're choosing you. And you're choosing to go on the most beautiful and brilliant of adventures. And you've already made that decision. Like, you've already seen this energy shift, paradox shift, this sense of reality kind of coming into alignment. And what we're going to see when we go back into Neptune and Pisces is that there's this sense of like all the illusions coming up, all the doubts, all the fears coming up. And it's like, well, I can't do this. Or I got to the game too late. Or, this gets to happen to other people. And with the beautiful Aries energy coming through, it's like, no, I get to do this. I get to conquer, right? I am ruled by Mars. I am power. I am force. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm taking advantage of every moment of being alive, right? And so the Pisces energy is showing kind of like, is showing the slow dissolving of emotional weight that was put on us, that was our own, maybe from, heartbreaks and pains and disappointments, but we're also from others. And it brings us then, so we have justice here. And then we have my minor arcana justice card, which is the 6 of Pentacles. It brings us then to things falling into balance, to seeing what is out of balance, calling out the discord, the disharmony of things, and finding our power, our insight, our understanding, and moving forward in a deeper truth. And it brings us then, and I know you're like looking at this card and thinking, Dane, I don't like it. Respect, I totally get that. The 3 of Swords isn't my favorite either, but it serves a valuable purpose because we're entering into a time where we see where our hearts were broken. We see the pain that we went through. And instead of berating ourselves and yelling at ourselves like we tend to do, we're going to love ourselves and care for ourselves and release the pain that has held us back for so long. We're stepping into a time where the idea of things, right, have a very powerful meaning. This is a time where Neptune is in Pisces, where the idea of getting lunch, right? You can sit there and say, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, I need to eat lunch. And then you fall back into work, right? Into whatever you are doing that totally takes up your time and attention, and you're so engrossed in it that you look up hours later and you're like, did I get lunch? Did I not? Like, I don't know. here with the heartbreak and the pain, it's that sense of falling into pain in a way. It's like, did I heal this? Did I free myself from this? Because the mind is as powerful almost. Well, yeah, the mind is as powerful as the reality. And this is going to be a time where we look at the pain that we have been through and say, I get to feed my soul now. I get to take care of me. It's no longer staying in this frustration. And it's also, we can blame things on everybody else, but I'm choosing my path, my adventure. I'm choosing my way forward. And as you do that, the sun comes in. Let the sun shine in. And it is the sense of joy and prosperity. This is the advice. It's like, let the brilliance shine forward. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. It is joy, it is success, it is prosperity, it is brilliance. And as you move forward in this brilliance, you let yourself shine. You say, this is what I want. You're aligning with your soul's truth now in a way that was scary, in a way that was overwhelming before. And as you align with your soul's truth, you're taking your knowledge, you're being guided by your angels, and you're moving forward in the adventure. You already know enough. You don't sit there and be like, I just need to know more and more and more. Move forward in love, in kindness, in harmony. Again, walk gently on this earth, and you will be surprised at what unfolds before you. Because it brings us then to the fear and the hope of the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is healing, beautiful love. It's unexpected gifts coming in. It's being able to stand confidently in the midst of a storm or in the midst of waves that will knock others over. What you're going to see is that you're connecting here with an inner joy, a inner child curiosity, a sense of wonderment and insight, and you're setting yourself free from burdens and constraints and overwhelms. Overwhelms? Is that a word? No, being overwhelmed in a way that had held you back before. There's a fear around love. Now, this can be, falling in love with somebody. This can be having love in your life because it brings a vulnerability. And there's also a fear of being the student because, again, it brings a vulnerability. But what you're going to see is that there's a power in this vulnerability, in this intuition, in this insight, in this understanding that is opening up doors for you. And as you're embracing what it is that you desire, you're finding your voice again, and you're starting to see that you are astoundingly lucky. It brings us then to the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is, of course, no longer the student. She's the queen. She weaves the piece. She embraces her heart and her love and her compassion, and she creates. She's also fantastic at healing, at deeper insights into things. And what you're going to see is that the outcome is that as you walk forward as a healer. You walk forward as a connector to the earth. You ground yourself and you see yourself in a way that you haven't before, Taurus, where you've kind of gotten glimpses of it and then it fell away. I love the 10 of Cups, as you know, if you've been here. And if you haven't, welcome. The 10 of Cups is and they all live happily ever after. It is also the beautiful, I always believed it was a Nordic saying, but it can also be from Paradise Lost, where it says, better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. And what you're going to see is that there's a release of the illusions that everybody says, oh, this is what we should want. This is what it needs to be. We step out of illusion and we step into our hearts, into our love, into what the Queen of Cups holds most sacred. And says we move forward gently. I'm just seeing like walk gently and then like white flowers, which always reminds me of the myth of Olwen. So I don't know if somebody's watching and your name is Olwen or if that has a meaning to you, but white flowers in the footsteps is very important. It's like that gentle walking, coming together inside. And it is an embrace of the heart. And it is a quieting of the mind to really focus on, okay, where do I want to be? Because what we're going to see here and what we are seeing here is that this is a time where we are kind of clearing house and saying, how do I want my dreams to come forward? What do I want for my life? And we're seeing this time sacredly important because it is so rare and it is so important. And it's not just like once in our lifetime. Many do not get to experience what we are experiencing, which we might say, good on them or not. But we are seeing a transition, a shift, a change in the way that we dream, and the way that we go after our dreams, and the way that we connect with our purpose here on this earthly plane. And we're moving into a place of action, determination, and focus. And we're opening up doors like never before. It moves us to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is faith. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in yourself. Here, Taurus. It moves us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is spiritual awakening, crown chakra. It's exactly what we're going through. A spiritual awakening, a deeper connection with spirit, with insights, with understanding. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the Three of Cups. Be mindful here. This is people who you thought raised the glass to you. You thought loved you, cared for you, would always be there for you. And they couldn't be. This could be, from when we were little, parents that couldn't show up, friends that were actually cruel, siblings who didn't care. And it can be, that person that we put our faith into when we fell in love and they broke our hearts and they didn't care. It can also be, jobs and dreams and everything that we thought was there for us, walked with us and didn't. There's a million different ways disappointment comes in. And here, it just all comes through with that broken heart. With kind of more the Three of Swords shows it a little bit more clearly when it's like, I'm sad and I'm afraid and I want to hide in the corner and I feel pinned down by grief. And here, it's kind of like somebody else coming in and saying, oh, I'll save you, I got this. And they don't. They just walk away. So there's a release of heart sorrow during this time. An acknowledgement of sorrow during this time is going to be important as well, Taurus. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message, which is celestial. You are connected deeply and powerfully to the movement of the cosmos, to the stars and the planet and our earth, the changing of seasons. It's bigger than we realize. So when you feel things during this time, when you feel this intensity, we feel a shift in your dreams and the shift in the way that you are connecting with reality, like the sense of I'm stepping forward into the power of my dreams and what I want. Not like reality becomes weird, because if you're having trouble with that, of course, see somebody, most definitely. But here, it's knowing that the planets and the phases of the moon and the natural world have a bigger impact on us than we realize. And it's connecting with that again. And it moves us then to the subconscious chakra message, which is angels and masters, the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. And this is a sense of your angels and your spirit guides moving you forward, opening up doors, healing you, aligning you. And as it does so, the energy to be mindful of is the 5 of Wands, being pulled into the world's pettiness, the world's anger and I guess pettiness is the nicest way to put it. Being pulled into others' drama, the world's drama, instead of aligning the heart, the soul, the self. It's kind of like pull the plank out of your own eye before you pull the splinter out of the neighbor's, right? There is that sense of do not fall into other people's chaos. It will be very easy to, Taurus. And you'll be helping, you'll be connecting, but you'll lose your path along the way a bit. It'll take you on like the back roads instead of the main road forward. It moves us then to the subconscious tarot message. and that is the Three of Cups. So as much as we have heartbreak coming forward, the Three of Cups is love and joy and success and celebration and beauty and brilliance. It is raising the glass to what you love, and it's raising the glass with those you love. And there is a beautiful blessing here that is moving you forward and calling to your soul, calling to your dreams. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.